Hey everybody, I'm John Rourke, Editor-in-Chief of Phoenix Home and Garden magazine, and we're here today with Jaimee Rose, 2024 Masters of the Southwest award-winning interior designer. Hi Jaimee.
Hello.
So we are here at one of your projects in progress, and it's insane.
It is crazy. We call it Project Blow Your Mind because no one can believe the scale of it. It is so large.
And so it's square footage, if you include everything. So it's multiple buildings.
Multiple buildings. It's about 25,000.
Okay, and you've got the main house, you've got a casita, you've got a trampoline barn, you've got the pool, you've got, I'm forgetting.
An RV garage with an apartment in it.
Yes,
the trampoline barn has 4 Olympic-sized trampolines.
Okay.
The kids are going to have a ball.
Yes, and there's a little playhouse downstairs too.
There's a little playhouse. Everything that you could want. There's 3 or 4 kitchens, I think now. So yeah.
Crazy.
It's a house for the books.
And so we're talking in end of February, and you're, fingers crossed, they'll be moving in
We
April?
are installing furniture in June.
Okay. Oh, June. Okay. June. Okay.
April was the goal, but it's not.
Okay.
It's a June.
Okay. Well, let's walk, and you can tell us a little bit about it.
I'd love to.
Okay. So tell us where we are now.
This is the hallway, one of the hallways that leads to the kids' bedrooms. And we love it. It has these beautiful plaster walls and then the rough sawn beams that were finished to look like old oak. And then the light fixtures we found at Market, they're vintage and very special.
Those are incredible. I didn't
you.
know if they were reproductions, but they look too authentic to be.
They are not, they don't all match, and then that was kind of stressing people out, but we leaned into it. We like it. The imperfect is part of the charm.
Exactly. And so you had mentioned that the homers were wanting to kind of lean into an industrial kind of vibe. Talk about what the aesthetic is for this place.
They loved industrial design and really rustic things, and so we wanted to mix that with also the warmth of a home. So you see a lot of steel and exposed concrete, and then mixed with a lot of many warm woods, warm wood floors, soft plaster walls to make it feel more cozy.
And you were talking earlier about this fireplace, and this is amazing to me because I would swear that was wood, but it is not. Tell us about that.
So per code, you can't have wood this close to a firebox projected this far. It will catch fire. So this is actually board-formed concrete stamped with reclaimed wood, and we're going to have a finisher come in and finish it, and it will look like wood. You will never know that it isn't.
It already does.
It looks pretty good, but I want it to be a little less gray, a little more warm.
And you, as we know, are all about the details.
Love a detail, yes.
And we learned from when we talked at your house, so you've got a thing for hardware, so tell us about that.
I do. I love hardware. I love metal. And I was in good company for this project because the client loves hardware and metal, and so I couldn't show her enough. She loved it. So we added this beautiful steel skirting to the fireplace surround with these brass nail heads to really amp up the metal factor.
Okay. And then hardware drawer pull or drawer. It's not called drawer pulls, it's called, no, it's door, sorry, I'm forgetting.
In England, they call it door furniture.
Yes, that's what it was, yes, exactly.
Yes, we have, in this house, we'll show you all the door furniture is custom.
Okay.
And even much of the cabinet hardware was custom made, we designed it, we had it made because she wanted things she'd never seen before.
Okay.
So that was a fun challenge.
Fantastic. And so this is a couple that has children?
They do, they have children, and then they have lots of extended family nearby, and they envision house parties all the time. It's going to be the most fun place to live.
What's your favorite part? What's your favorite element of this house? And I think you already told me.
Well, I'm really excited to get on those trampolines.
Which we would have done today had they been installed.
We would have. I love the kitchen. I think it's so beautiful. We have those hanging basket pendants. The actual kitchen is framed in plaster cabinetry. The cabinet faces are plaster instead of wood. Just really beautiful. And then all the hardware that's not installed yet is handmade. So this is the door hardware. And Doorworks in Tempe did this for us. They did a beautiful job, but it's all inset, mortised into the door. And this whole piece is the back plate.
Wow.
Not just this little.
Okay.
Yeah, it was not easy, but it is fabulous.
It never is.
Thank you,
that
Doorworks.
Easy. Yes, exactly.
And AFT. The builder of this house is AFT, at Finer Touch Construction.
Okay.
We've been working on it for about 4 years, and it's been an amazing challenge, and they have risen to it. It's really a beautiful house. So this is Ann Sachs tile. And it goes for days and days. Once you peek into the shower, you'll see why. And then we have this great Arto concrete tile on the floor that we got from Craftsman Court in Old Town. And you'll see here we have the mortised in hardware, everything special and different and handmade. And then the shower
The two-story
The shower to heaven.
Exactly.
Cut just where you won't be
Right.
feeling a little too exposed in the
Yeah,
shower.
exactly.
The perfect height.
Okay, so this is the homeowner's office.
This is his office, yes.
Okay.
And he very much loved exposed brick, so we went with exposed brick walls. And then we got excited about the idea of having these exposed trusses with beams and posts down the sides with the steel tie rods up on the ceiling. And it turned out really great. He absolutely loves it. And then we picked up that tie rod detail in the floor, which harkens back to mechanics and fastening.
Exactly. And you're big on transom windows, I feel like, right? Because that's a European thing. Tell us the Jaimee Rose aesthetic, because you described it to me once. And
Well, my personal aesthetic is always a little European.
Yes.
Very collected, very something that tells a story that, like, it was built over time.
Okay.
And
yes.
so they also responded to that, although they wanted something much more modern and a little more industrial. But things like this, the transom window, give this the feeling of an old house made new, yes, and that's what they were after.
Okay.
An old house made new.
Okay, perfect. And one of the things I want to put in here that people might not be aware of is you started your career as a newspaper woman.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, tell us who you wrote for.
I wrote for the Arizona Republic.
Yes.
And then I was an intern for the LA Times, the Baltimore Sun.
Yeah.
It was great. Did some USA Today stuff. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I loved it. It
and
was a great
Pulitzer Prize finalist, I might add. And how did you transition from that world to this world?
So design was always my passion. It's what I did on the weekends. At the newspaper, I kept a stack of paint chips in my drawer, and I would help my editors pick their paint colors. I had no idea that it was really my life calling, but it's really how I spent all my time. My dad was a Class A contractor.
Right.
My mother was a designer.
Right.
But I went to journalism school.
Yeah.
Anyway, there came a point where I had a client, a friend who was a big baseball player, and said, let me do my house. And I was like, I don't know. And I did the house, and then there were many more. And
and now here you are.
Here we are.
Yeah, and once upon a time you wrote, was it one article for Phoenix Home and Garden?
I did. I wrote an article for Phoenix Home and Garden.
Yeah,
Once upon a time.
Yes, and I remember it, and I was going through issues, and I was like, wait a minute, is this the Jaimee Rose? And so yeah.
It was about a Lynn Byer project.
Yes.
Yes, I love Lynn.
Yeah, and I have begged you to write for us again, but you're a little busy. Okay, so I want to do a lightning round with you.
Okay.
Okay, these are things that we talked about when we were at your house.
Okay.
And I want to see if your answers still match up.
Oh, you're testing
First of all,
me.
I am totally testing you. And one of the things that you said that has resonated with me was about duvet covers.
I hate duvet covers. They're horrible.
Right.
Like stuffing them, you're like going to the gym, doing
yeah.
Pilates to get the freaking duvet in there. No one,
Exactly.
life is too short to stuff a duvet.
And that's exactly what you said, and I think that every morning when I struggle with mine. They're the worst. So
I'm going to send you something
okay.
to change your life.
Okay, so bench seat sofas.
I love a bench seat sofa. So I like a cushion that's all one thing because it just looks cleaner, more neat.
Okay, it's just a more streamlined.
More streamlined. It helps a traditional silhouette feel more modern too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. Bathroom niches.
Yes, I have very strong feelings about shower niches. I feel like
you
you
do.
should do everything you can in your power to hide them. You should not put accent tile in them to call attention to them.
Right.
Because that's where the mess is. Everyone has different bottles.
Exactly.
And like no one's decanting every day and pouring their stuff into pretty bottles. It's not happening.
Not
It's a
even
nice
at
idea.
your house?
But we've tried it for clients and they're like, yeah, no. Mm-mm.
Okay.
So
All right.
hide the niche.
Okay, and speaking of bathrooms, say I have 5 bathrooms in my house. Do they match? Is each one different? How do you feel about that?
I would like to bring back the house full of bathrooms that speak to one another.
Okay.
They don't all have to match exactly, but
Right.
I feel like they should have maybe consistent tile or consistent flooring or definitely consistent plumbing fixtures so
Okay.
that there's a story that weaves through the house.
Okay, and then you vary it with accents.
You can play with lighting, play with mirrors, you can even play with countertops, but hardware. But like, let's keep some things consistent.
Okay, I like that. Draperies.
They're a must-have. You have to have them. They soften everything. It changes the whole room once they go in.
Okay, artwork.
I love art. It's like my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing. So we spend a lot of time making sure that we have personal art in the house with the clients and original art. And that doesn't have to be expensive. We have art that we have painted together with the clients because I like to paint. So.
Okay, and I don't know if you'll remember this, pairs of things, like pairs of end tables or lamps. Are they matchy-matchy? What's your philosophy?
I don't love a pair. I don't like a set. I like things to look collected.
Okay.
And so sometimes we'll do matching lamps, but very rarely, and sometimes never a matching bedroom set, not ever.
Okay.
We might have matching nightstands.
Okay.
At my house I wouldn't, but many of our clients' projects we do, but never, the bed does not match the nightstands, but they all speak to one another. They all like to hang out.
Okay, and lighting, you said something to me about rather than having can lights, you would prefer.
Yes, I just built a house and I put can lights in, and I really would like to take them all out. I don't like it. I don't like the light shining on me. I really prefer more ambient lighting, floor lamps, table lamps, wall sconces. I just think it makes you glow and feel prettier. And then you do need some can lights in the kitchen so you can see what you're doing. But
right. Okay.
I prefer ambient lighting.
And fire.
I love a fireplace. As many as you possibly can. I'd love to do it in a master bathroom. Wouldn't that be great?
Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, because we live in a cold place.
Right. Nothing like warming up a bathroom with a fire. And candlelight as well.
Yes, I love candles.
Okay.
Anything that you can do to add life to your house makes it feel more cozy and homey.
Okay.
And the flicker of a candle, a real candle,
yes,
is something that adds quite a bit.
Okay. And plants, living things.
Yes, I like to say that you shouldn't be the only thing alive in your house. So if you can keep plants alive, please do. It's wonderful. It adds oxygen to your air, but mostly it's just really beautiful.
What if you're not good at taking care of them?
Well, there are people that you can hire to come and care for them.
Okay.
And then there are a few faux plants that we get really excited about.
Okay.
And
all right.
we'll use.
Okay, you got 100%. You're everything matched up from what you said when we talked a couple of months ago. So.
I'm very consistent in my rules.
You are. Yes, yes. It's all about rules and details.
No.
So once again, we're here with Jaimee Rose, Master of the Southwest winning interior designer for 2024. You can see her story and the story of all of our masters in our current issue, which is on newsstands right now, and you can see it online, and you can just learn more about Jaimee. She's a powerhouse and been in the Valley for quite some time, and a decade, right? For design?
For design, a decade, but I grew up here.
Okay, that's right.
I'm in a ridge, original girl.
Yes. Well, thank you again for joining us, and
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you.